Stop overpaying. Brainy Buyer's head-to-head comparison mean you save. Like what you see? Subscribe and fund the fight for honest reviews.
Torn between the SONY 28-70mm F3.5-5.6 and the Nikon Z 50-250mm lens? It's a classic zoom lens dilemma. Are you after versatility or reach?
The SONY, a renewed gem, promises a lightweight, all-purpose experience. But is renewed just a fancy word for used?
Not at all. Amazon Renewed means it's been inspected and tested. Think of it as a pre-loved lens with a new lease on life, plus a 90-day warranty. Its 28-70mm range is super practical. You're at 28mm for wide shots, then zoom to 70mm for portraits.
The Nikon, also renewed, boasts that telephoto reach. But 50 to 250 millimeters on a Nikon Z mount, how does that translate in real-world use?
Good question. Let's break it down. The Sony's optical steady shot, or OSS, is key. It helps stabilize your shots, especially in lower light. The lens itself is compact, only about 3.7, 4x 2.87 x 2.87 inches, and a pound in weight. Easy to carry around all day.
The Nikon counters with vibration reduction, or VR. Crucially, its 50 to 250 millimeters range on a DX sensor gives you an effective 75 to 375 millimeters field of view. So you get serious zoom power, but is it sharp at the long end?
That's the trade-off. The Nikon excels at bringing distant subjects closer. Think wildlife or sports photography. But at 1.8 pounds, it's noticeably heavier than the Sony.
And what about the aperture? The Sony is f3.5 to 5.6, while the Nikon is f4.5 to 6.3. Does that difference matter?
It does, especially in low light. The Sony's wider aperture lets in more light, giving you brighter images and shallower depth of field. Plus, customers rave about its value for money and seamless autofocus.
True, but the Nikon's assignable control ring is a nice touch. You can customize it to control aperture, ISO, or exposure compensation. And that extra reach is hard to ignore if you're shooting subjects that are far away.
Exactly. So for everyday versatility, the Sony 28-70mm is a solid, budget-friendly choice. But if you need to capture distant action with that telephoto punch, the Nikon 50 to 250mm wins. Consider what you shoot most, and let that guide your decision. Don't miss out on our next in-depth review to help you make smarter purchasing decisions. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always in the know.